Well, good morning, folks. This is James here from Hasmore Outdoor Products. In this video, we're going to be detailing replacing wheel bearings, taking the hub apart, pressing out the dust boot, repacking the wheel bearings, and also putting new wheels and tires back on it. Hopefully, we're going to get to try this thing out on the water pretty soon. Sounds like we got a little problem. I never put the lug nuts on this thing. Put them on backwards. Every one of them's turned around backwards. I like going through all this stuff. Anything that you get secondhand, somebody else, or whatever, ain't no telling what they'll do. It's best to always go through everything, and then you don't have any surprises. Two of these lug nuts on correctly, give it a spin. Properly installed lug nuts. That solved the biggest issue there. Thing bouncing like a basketball. Should be a Carter pin in here. That nut should be loose. Yeah. These bearings got wet. A little moss around it. Clean all that up though. Okay, I have this pin with a little flange on the end. That's what I'm going to use. This is actually the same diameter, 3/4 inch as my shaft. Let's go ahead and put that down in there. Shouldn't require much force at all. Oil seal and our bearing came out as one piece. You can see all that old grease on there. What we're going to do now is clean all this grease out of here. We're going to check to make sure that nothing wrong with our races out of there. Looking like that, all clumped up out that easy. That grease is not good. You have your money's worth out of it. I'm very happy with how this cleaned up. This is about as simple as bearings get right here. No sealed bearings. What we're going to do is drop this bearing in. It turns freely in that race. And then we're going to press this little grease cup in there. But before we do that, we're going to pack this bearing full of grease. That way it's got a good start. And I'm going to continue putting grease inside this whole hub, because the more grease you get in here, the less chance you have of water getting in it. I'm not going to submerge these bearings, hopefully, in water at all. I'm just building this trailer to dry launch this boat, but you never know. I'm going to use this Amsoil grease. Yeah, there's no real quick or easy way to do this. You just start shoving that grease into this bearing from the back side. Just keep putting it in there. Okay, you know you got it whenever you press on it. You see that grease start oozing through the other side, just like it is there. Takes a little bit of time, but just be patient with it. Now that we have this bearing packed, the way I showed you, I just go ahead and start coating the inside of this hub with grease. Get a good coat of grease inside of it as well. Go ahead and put this bearing, set it down in the race. We're going to push our dust cup on top of this, get it started, and we'll take it over to the press and finish pressing it in, and then we'll do the other bearing. Okay, I'm just going to use this block of wood in between our press and that seal. I'm going to loosen it up and check everything. Alright, that looks good. We're going to do the other bearing. I'm going to put a little more grease on this, but slide our hub on our spindle. See all that excess grease pouring out of there? That's good. Now we have our hub on. We'll start tightening down the spindle nut. Just going to turn it. Keep tightening. Turn. Keep tightening. Okay, that's pretty tight right there. What we're going to do Get our cotter pin. There's where our cotter pin goes. Back this off one turn. Not one turn, but one notch. Let's see what we got there. You want it loose, but not too loose. Let's try one more. Then, cotter pin is facing. That's just how I prefer to do it. Just take and crimp that down. I always like to fill the grease cup with grease, but make sure you allow enough room for that nut to fit in there. Tap this around the edge until you get it fully seated. Wipe this whole hub down, and we'll put our tire on. On this tire, it says you can inflate it to 90 psi. As light as this trailer is, I don't like having it that heavy. I'm going to run it about 45 just to see how it sits. Because I'd like for this little tire to have a little bit of give to it rather than being like a solid piece of rubber going down the road. We got it on the ground where we'll tighten all these lug nuts down. Okay, that's going to wrap up another video, a little how-to video on packing your wheel bearings on your boat trailer, putting new bearings in, putting a deep dust seal, and a new tire and rim. Also, if you're in the need for anything for your tree stand, visit us at hasmore.net. I'm James. Appreciate you watching. Thank you.